Maybe she is great.
She is not Miss Universe.
I'm
Gabby, that's Jordan.
Back and I'm like, wow, I really had severe daddy issues. Like red flag, red flag, red flag.
I'm sure, I know I'm the villain in that story.
We're
in it. We're ready. Welcome to my spare bedroom.
I love it here. There's dresses, there's hats.
It's chaotic.
And there's wine.
And then you just got random military gear in the corner. It's great here. It's great. So Jordan just got back from New York. And we decided why not film our first episode. So we're doing it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. We don't know how we're going to open this every time.
We need like a
Real
Housewives catchphrase.
Okay, well, you're the Real Housewives girl. You're going to have to give it to me.
I'll have to think on it.
Okay.
We'll come back.
We'll come back to that. We'll circle
revisit
back.
that.
Do you want to start with how we met or how we decided to name this podcast?
Let's start with how we met.
Okay. You want to take off first?
Well, I was in an MLM. You can make fun of me. It's okay. And then I moved here from New York in 2020. And I messaged Gabby on Instagram asking to take my photos.
For her MLM. For her MLM.
Yes. And she was going on a little hiatus around the country, right?
Yes, that's when I decided to do van life, which I'm sure we'll talk about in the future.
Yes.
But, yeah, I was leaving. So I was like, sorry, I cannot take your photo.
And I was like, okay, girly, see you later.
Have a good day.
And then, like a year and a half went by?
A year and a half later.
And then we went to a
event.
Influencer event. Mm-hmm. And it was a party bus.
Which was actually really cool. That was like one of the better events that I had been to recently.
I think that was like probably top 2.
It was. For me. That was a good one. It was really good in the sense it was just like kind of girl gangy. They bussed us out to like the beach and they did like a little picnic setup that was by the Cabana Club out here in Tampa. She's fantastic. So we did that whole little event and we kind of didn't know anybody else, so we started chatting.
You know what's crazy is about that event? I've been to lots of other events and I've walked away from that specific event with friends that I'm still friends with now. Whereas like when I go to these other events,
you feel like
I meet these girls and like I don't stay friends with them. It's like
I feel like once you find your couple of friends that like do that stuff, like and we're not talking like you've got your influencer friends and then you've got your normal people friends and like that kind of stuff. I feel like your internet friends, once you make like 4 or 5, you're like friends with other ones, but you don't like hang out with other ones. If that makes sense. Yeah,
but I also feel like the girls that I've met recently at events, they're just like, oh my god, like what's your Insta? Like we'll talk for a few minutes. And then like the next time I see them is like another event and it's like, oh my god, hey, like I know you. And like that's it.
Well, I feel like it's, and actually this kind of ties into why we chose the name for the podcast, which, if you don't know by now, is the Z-list celebrities.
Because we're not A or B or C.
We're not celebrities. I think the pun and the funness of that is, I think influencers, A, it's become so popular.
Yes.
B, it's like everybody thinks they're hot shit now. Like,
everyone. Oh my god, such hot shit.
Like, and I remember when I started, which would have been back in 2017, it wasn't a word yet. It was just like, I was a blogger. And when influencer came out, I was embarrassed to say I was an influencer. Like, you wouldn't catch me dead being like, oh yeah, like.
But I feel like sometimes I'm still embarrassed.
Well, now we're embarrassed for different reasons. I feel like because now it does have a stigma, and it's what you're seeing at these events is it's like these girls that aren't actually like doing it for genuine reasons. It's for the attention or it's for the free stuff. Whereas like when I started, I was genuinely like sharing things that I liked and it was more natural. So now it's like it has a different stigma, but that's kind of like where it ties into the name of, okay, we're influencers, but is an influencer a celebrity? I don't know. That could be like a whole chain of like discussion. That could be a panel discussion.
Some influencers are celebrities. Like
some graduate to a status of celebrity for sure.
Tana Mojo.
Influencer. You're right.
Paris Hilton was like the OG.
Yeah, but yet we considered her a celebrity. She wasn't an influencer. And then you've got people like Amber Fillerup, who's like the influencer celebrity of the world. Danny Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's definitely people out there that become that celebrity level. Yeah. But then you look at us and we're micro. We're micro.
I feel like I'm more of a celebrity than an influencer.
Of course you do.
Like,
Jordan,
if I'm being honest,
you should have just been wearing your giant like Prada sunglasses right now. Wait, what do you have?
Are you talking about these ones?
That'll do. Put them on. Slide them on. Where are mine? Oh, mine are so far away and in my purse. Is this how we should actually start the podcast every time? In our sunglasses? That could be a look.
Imagine.
Next
I'm
episode.
more of a celebrity than an influencer.
That's a look.
Bethany.
I feel like...
Okay. Moving on.
That's how the name came to be. But yeah, no, I could see how events recently have just been... They've been different. Especially Tampa's growing too.
The people are different. I shouldn't say the girls because there's guys there too. But
well, and we're seeing more males in the industry as well.
Like we went to that one event, the cowboy one.
Yes,
that was fun. And I feel like you were telling me it had like a lot of like the Tampa like OG influencers.
It did,
and I really liked those people that I met there. But then I went to an event after that, and I was like, "What is going on? Why is no one talking to me?"
I feel like a lot has changed. So we're in Tampa, for those of you that are new or don't know, but we live in Tampa. And Tampa is changing a lot right now. It's growing a lot. I mean, everybody in the news knows this. I mean, I think we're ranked really high right now for like most people moving into the city. Our real estate's out of control. It's growing. So
my rent is probably like
ridiculous.
What I make in a year.
Great. But so as we're seeing this growth, I think a lot more people are flooding here. And so the market's becoming bigger for influencers and it's becoming more saturated. When I moved here and started, and so that's what Jordan was referring to with OG, and we'll probably in the future refer to it again as the OG. But like I have a core group of girls that I became friends with when I first moved here that were influencers. And they've kind of phased out. They're not doing it as much anymore. And now what we're seeing is the rise of a lot of college girls that are influencers. And they're kind of infiltrating those markets. Mainly because a lot of my friends, they're tired. They don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. You know?
Well, it's exhausting.
It is. And like, it's got a short lifespan, really.
Yeah.
Like, you get busy with work, and if you're having a family or if you're getting married, like, you don't have as much time for it.
Yeah.
Whereas these college girls, they're go, 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 and they can just do it all the time.
I give so much props to, like, mommy influencers. Because I can barely do it, and I don't have any kids. Like, I don't know how these girls do. What is the, like, Christian family? They're, like, super...
LeBrants?
Yes. How do they do it? They have, like, 12 kids.
This is so not on topic for, like, our scheduled plans.
It's not.
But the LeBrant family, I mean, mommy blogging is a whole topic. We might have to do an episode on it. But I recently... We'll revisit. But I did a deep dive recently. A lot of, like, actually anti-MLMers have started doing content on mommy bloggers. And actually, there's a lot of issues with that because, you know, there's a lot of controversy of, like, are they using their kids? Is it child labor? There's so much that goes into it that I feel like we could honestly have a whole episode on that. But I can't stand the LeBrants. They drive me nuts.
I feel like it depends on the influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Amber Fillerup, she's my diehard. I love her. She's great. She's more of an Instagrammer. She's not a YouTuber. Yeah. But I will say, she even came on her stories a couple weeks ago, and she's decided that the kids are at an age where they've requested to be off camera more, and she's not including their faces in her content anymore. Which I find kind of refreshing.
That.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, her oldest has got to be, like, 6 or 7 now. Okay. And, I mean, she has 4 or 5, and, like, one's a newborn. So, like, she's a little bit more fluid with the newborn. She's posting with the newborn a lot.
Yeah.
But, like, she's completely respecting the toddler and, like, the younger boy's wish of, like, Mom, I just want to be off camera more. And I, like, really respected that. Whereas I feel like the LeBrants are constantly getting heat for something they're making their kids do. Or how the kids all have their own separate Instagram. I think that's ridiculous.
And mommy blogger has, like, a newborn and, like, bam.
Instagram.
I'm like, what?
No.
Who's following this newborn? And then you look at the followers and it's, like, so creepy.
Yeah. Well, it's creepy because then it's like, is it old men? I don't know. Yeah. It can get... I'm a true crimer. We're going to talk true crime at some point. So, like, for me, it's just like, that's pedophiles. It's just, it screams it. It's pedophiles. Who else is following
my
that
gosh.
baby?
Oh, yeah.
I don't care to follow your baby. I love my friends with babies. And I love when you guys post on your accounts with your baby.
I don't.
She doesn't like her baby.
Please don't.
She doesn't like But it's baby Instagrams and dog Instagrams. I love my dog. You're never going to catch me making a page for my dog. I'm not.
No.
It's too much
I
work.
do follow one dog account, but I'm about to unfollow because I'm like, what is this?
So some dog accounts I love, but it's of people that I don't even know. You know, it's not like I would never ask my friends to be like, follow Blue's dog account.
I like it when they're like super funny, like that Northwest Instagram page. That's like not actually her. So like if it's really funny,
like if it's almost meme stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then yes.
We love a meme page.
Otherwise, no. I don't want to see what your dog's doing on a Saturday.
So as you can see, we're going to talk about a lot of different topics. We're not...
Yeah.
I know that everybody says the rule is you have to niche. And we're not going to niche. We don't want to.
No.
This is for us. We don't want to.
There's no point.
There's no point. We are going to monthly niche for you guys. So if you're more interested in a topic than another, you can know that for a whole month you can come back and we're only going to be talking about that. This first month is going to be a little bit up and down, just like kind of getting into it. But after that, I mean, we've talked about kind of categorizing it. Yeah. So you guys can get a little bit of, maybe we talk wedding stuff. Jordan just got married. I work in the wedding industry. Maybe we talk about influencing, as we've already started to. Maybe we get into the true crime. So we have lots of options. So we're excited to do all that. But should we start by giving them a funny story today?
Yeah. What funny story do you want to do?
We got lots. We've got lots.
Wait.
We have a list that we've been going
through. Beach
photo
shoot.
The beach? Oh, great. Okay. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Well, it was your photo shoot, so you start. And then,
Okay. So one of the things I do, social media-wise, for brands is I will kind of get together with a brand and be like, hey, I want to do a photo shoot with local influencers. They're willing to post. What can you offer back? Do you have a budget? Stuff like that. And we were doing a photo shoot for Skinny Dippers Swim.
Yes.
They're great. Body inclusive, super awesome. I love the quality. I mean, it's it's form flattering, but it's thick and stretchy. So I enjoyed that about them. So I got everybody on board for that. How many girls do you think we had?
That actually came, 10, 12?
A good amount. Yeah. I think I started with 15 and I think 10 or 12 showed up. Yeah. My mistake was we were doing this on Easter weekend at the beach in St. Pete. Massive mistake.
We didn't realize it was Easter weekend.
Clearly,
at the time.
Clearly we're not very religious because we completely forgot it was Easter. We were like, oh yeah, it is Easter today, isn't it? So we had completely spaced on that. We get there and there is no parking in sight.
Zero.
None. So everybody's circling. At this point, a lot of the girls have gone to park at a hotel. Where did you end up parking?
Matt dropped me off.
Oh, you lucky girl.
And then someone drove me home. I don't remember.
It wasn't me. I was so angry.
Someone drove me home.
Not a good mood.
I don't know.
But, so, this is where it gets spicy. So, Jordan's already sitting on the beach. She's ready for us. Yeah. She's waiting.
Makeup, hair,
she's
dripping. Sweating. You can see the makeup dripping down my face.
Well, we're at this point, an hour and a half late, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
and there was a schedule.
Oh, I had a schedule because I had girls, I'm not going to make 15 girls sit on the beach for 3 hours. Here, come for the first 30, come for the, so on and so on. So basically what ended up happening is I couldn't find parking. Finally find a spot. And our friend Casey went and, originally she was like, let me move my car. I'll go park at a hotel so you can start shooting and so on. So she starts walking to her car to actually give me her spot. And all of a sudden there's a spot next to her open. I'm like, perfect. Don't worry about it. So she's standing outside the car. Jordan's over on the other side of the boardwalk. And I start to pull into this spot. And basically what happened with that was I got into it and then 2 girls decided to stand in the middle of the parking spot. So I stopped. I broke. I don't know. What did this look like from the outside?
Honestly, I didn't even see you. All I remember is, and if you're from Tampa, the Clearwater beach parking lot. And they have that little boardwalk all the way at the right, and we were there, and all of a sudden Gabby's storming through there, And she's like, I almost just fought a girl in the parking lot. And I was like, what?
Which is so dramatic because I've never fought anybody a day in my life, and I will never fight anybody a day.
Or maybe she was like, this girl's trying to fight me. Like, this whole family. And I was like,
oh, she did try to fight me. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? And then, like, 2 more girls come in. And I'm like, I need a drink. Like, what is going on? And then you tell me that she started, like, freaking out. Because you pulled in.
Okay, so they're standing in the spot, and they're freaking out because they're like, that's our spot. And my natural reaction was like, you can't save spots. Like, what do you mean it's your spot? Like, where's your car? Like, you're not in it. Where's your car? And Casey's standing next to them, but, like, with distance. Thank God.
Casey is very, like, introverted.
I see, that's the thing. She's introverted when you first meet her, but she was more aggressive with them than I was. She was ready to go to bat. She was like, let's do this.
And I feel like she would. But, like, if you've never met her, like, she's, like, this sweet... She looks like a little Southern Belle. Like,
she's so cute.
Cute as a little Georgia peach. And she's not from Georgia, I don't think. But I could see her fighting someone. Definitely.
Oh, she would fight someone. In the best way.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not, like, cause it, but, like, she was down to, like, get down for me. And then Jen's sitting in the seat next to me, my co-photographer that day, and she's, like, got her face in her phone. She's, like, not ready for this. She's like, oh, God, what are we doing? So they start screaming at us, and this is where it kind of gets nasty, because they then accused me of being racist for trying to take the parking spot. And that's when I rolled up the windows, because I was like, I'm not engaging. This isn't, like, at this point, I'm about to leave. So I'm trying to tell them at this point, and Casey's trying to tell them, no, it's fine. Just have the spot. We're going to get into Casey's spot. Because we're not going to fight you on this.
Yeah.
They're screaming shit like, we're going to make you go viral. You're racist.
Were they recording
profanities. Oh, yeah. They recorded us.
I would love to see this video.
Well, they told me they were going to blow my shit up on TikTok. I would really like to see that recording.
If you're on TikTok and you see this video.
If you've seen the video of me in the parking lot.
Send it to us.
I'm sitting there. It's a Jeep truck. And I've rolled the windows up and I'm just not talking. So I don't know how much... They probably didn't post it because they realized there was nothing to post. I wasn't engaging. I
do remember, though, when you said that, I was like, where are they? Like, I'll go right now.
I wish Jordan had been sitting next to me in the car. This would have been a completely gotten out of the car. Story. I'm a whole lot of talk and a whole lot of not of action.
But, like,
Jordan's a whole lot of action.
We had only hung out a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is really early in our friendship.
And I was like, okay, where are these girls?
She was ready to go.
She like went on. Didn't we see them later?
They walked by and they did some mumbling and chuckling at us, and I was like, just ignore them. But this isn't. We're not even to the worst part of the story yet. So I've rolled up the windows, and I'm not engaging. And Casey's trying to explain to them, no, she's going to take my spot. Well, while this is happening, this little old lady walks up with her grandchildren, and she's on the other side of Casey. So you got Casey, the spot I'm trying to get into, and then the little old lady in her car. And the little old lady comes up to Casey and the 2 girls and is like, what's going on? And instead of, like, calmly telling her what's going on, whereas that little old lady would have gladly said, oh, no, there's a spot for everybody. We're leaving. This woman literally starts screaming at the grandmother. And I'm not going to repeat some of the stuff she said because, like, I'm a lady. But she's, like, screaming in this woman's face, old lady's face, profanities, calling her a white savior. Every card in the book you can pull over something that's not racist. It's just a parking spot. We went there. The grandmother politely was like, my grandchild's right here. Can you please stop cussing? And this woman gets down on her knees in the child's face and says, do we bleep on this show? Are we bleepers or are we just like, fuck it?
No, fuck it.
She goes, fuck your white grandchild and fuck your white mom. And I went, okay. And Casey at that point is like, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not doing this. I have called the cops at this point because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Because that's the thing too. It's not like I could drive away at this point. She has managed to ask the car that she wants to be there to pull and block me, so I can't even drive around. So we're just stuck. So I don't know what their goal was. Like, I couldn't leave, couldn't give them the spot. I think they just wanted to yell at us. I think they wanted to fight. And I've got the windows up and I'm like, I'm not engaging. Not doing it. So at that point, now the grandmother's screaming at her. It's like a whole thing. Finally, when I say I've called the cops, they let me out. So I've now driven around and I'm gone. And Casey's still standing there watching this go down. And at this point, I'm like, I don't even want to park here because now they know my car. Like, are they gonna keep my shit? Like, I don't know. It was very stressed. Not my car. It's my boyfriend's car. And I was like, great. Like, I was so flustered for the rest of the shoot. I didn't even shoot half the pictures. I let Jen and Abby, who were like my second shooters on it, shoot everything because I was so like shaken up and stressed. But we did. We parked. The little old lady moved out and I took her spot. They got the spot that they wanted. But yeah, that was like
over a parking spot at Clearwater Beach. Like, we're not in the Bahamas.
That's the key too, is we had started at St. Pete Beach and had to move up to Clearwater because there were no like parking anywhere. We couldn't. I was like, so that's the last time I ever go to the beach on Easter weekend.
But, like, it's also, like, not luxurious at all. Like, why are we fighting over a spot here? I don't understand.
I honestly have such PTSD that I don't even drive to the beach anymore. I only Uber. Unless, and I live 30 minutes from the beach. Unless it's, like, a weekday. And there's, like, and it's not spring break. It's not summer.
Yeah.
Like, I will drive to the beach if we go in the middle of a January Monday. We'll go. We'll go to the beach.
Maybe Tuesday.
Maybe a Wednesday if we're lucky.
I try to avoid the beach on the weekends.
Yeah.
Unless
It was a mistake.
It's like Indian Rocks.
Oh, Indian Rocks. Yeah, that's a little better. Still not great. Everyone on the beach is busy now. Just like we were saying earlier, Tampa's busy as crap now.
Yes.
Which means the beaches are crazy because they're all 30 minutes. Yeah. You don't want to live here. People will scream at you over terrible. Parking spots. Yeah. Don't do it.
Everywhere, not just
if you want to be screamed at, move to New York. Move to New York.
I got flipped off probably 3 times within 5 minutes of being in New York.
No, you didn't.
No, I did. And I was like, I just love the energy here. Like, you don't get this in Tampa.
Thriving.
And then, like,
absolute thriving.
Day 20, I was like, I need to go. Actually, no, I texted you. Like, I was there for like 5 days and I was like, Gabby, I think I'm coming home.
Oh, you did? You didn't even make it 5 days. It was like the 3rd day. Yeah. I was like, how's it going? You're like, no, cancel it. We're done. You're done. We're done.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. You got straight to jail.
Yes.
We need more of this. But we're running out. We're going to have to get another bottle. So, yeah, I mean, that's the photo shoot story. You heard how Jordan and I met. What else do we have to chat about? Or do we feel like we should save everything else for another episode?
We'll savor.
We'll
keep it short and sweet.
So, we know how we're entering now. We're entering with the glasses and the wine. But how are we exiting? What's our exit strategy?
I'm going to do a little Irish goodbye.
You're just going to get up in the middle? Bye. I don't think that plays well for video content.
Anywho, peace, love, blessings.
You're done. You're done. Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Okay.